How do I get this to work?
How's it going, everyone? Johnny. And everything changes every time you start in your stream. It's right there. That browser source. So I'm gonna since I already had it set up, it didn't go and populate it, but it was already there. And as you can see, I already have one set up, so you're just gonna give it a name, and then you're going to Control V, this link up here in the browser, and you're gonna do you can see your chat here, but that's
Understand. Maybe if we change that. What's up, Elect06? Can you hear me okay? This is obviously the first time, well, technically second time I'm trying to stream. Didn't work very well the first time, so let me know if you can hear me. Cool. Well, I think I'll just wait for a few more people to join. Hello, Mark Sanchez. Welcome. Right, okay, well, I think everything is working perfectly fine then. So, basically, we're going to do a glass cannon roulette up against you guys. So, obviously I've done the XL Spicy Roulette recently in the Great League Remix Cup, but I figured as it's my first live stream, I might as well try and get the community as involved as possible. So I'm actually going to be battling against you. So, as you can see, we've got some instructions on the screen right now. You're going to scan the battle code on the screen, which isn't up yet, by the way, so you have to wait for that if you want the chance to battle me. If you are successful, send a battle in the Great League and bring a spicy team. Once you've locked in your team, pause the stream before I spin the wheel That way it is fair, and of course we'll both be going in completely blind. And then be sure to comment after our battle. Feel free to roast me if you do end up winning. And then of course, if you do already battle me once, do not try and scan the battle code again, because I want to battle as many people as I can possibly battle. So I'm just going to show you the Pokemon that I've got for the Spicy Roulette wheel here. So we've got Absol, Alakazam, Archon, Archeops, Banette, Blaziken, Breloom, Cacturn, Chandelure, Crawdon, Darmanitan, both forms, Attack Form Deoxys, Alolan Dugtrio, Duosion, which is a new Pokemon that I've just built for this, which is probably going to be absolutely terrible, Electivire, Excadrill, Ghastly, Gengar, Haunter, Haxorus, Hitmonlee, Honchkrow, Kadabra, Kartana, Liepard, Magmortar, Magnemite, Magneton, Manectric, Mewtwo, Meanshao, Pheromosa, Pinsir, Rampardos, Regieleki, Salamence, Sharpedo, Sneasler, Weavile, Wugtrio, and of course Zoroark. So that's going to be it. I'm going to show you that we've also got the roulette wheel. That's not it. Excuse me there. We've got the roulette wheel here, so this is how I'm going to be able to get each individual team. You can see all the names are on the wheel, so let's just go ahead and try this out here. So of course, if you want to scan the battle code, you're probably going to have to watch via a different device. And no, do not send me a battle request via the friends list, just because it will get a bit complicated. So if you just send a battle there, then hopefully that means someone has sent me a battle. Okay, cool. So this is my team that I ran in the previous video. I'm definitely not going to be running that. If whoever it was that just sent me that battle, if you could just pause the stream currently, and we're going to spin the wheel for the very first time. So the first Pokemon is going to be a Shadow Chandelure. The next Pokemon is going to be a Attack Form Deoxys. Wouldn't be a Glass Cannon Roulette wheel without the Attack Form Deoxys. And the third and final Pokemon for this first battle is going to be a Shadow Mewtwo. So I'm going to remove that, clear the list for now. Hopefully remember what I just got there. So it was Chandelure. Okay, I've got to figure out how to do this. Right, here we go. Chandelure, Deoxys. What was the other Pokemon that I got? I actually can't remember. Oh dear, I shouldn't have cleared it. Can anyone tell me in the comments what the third Pokemon was? I can't remember what it was. Shadow Mewtwo. Okay, cool, thank you. Right, so let's just see how this goes. This is the first time I've done any sort of commentary over live battles, so I don't know how it's going to go. Hopefully the opponent is still in the battle here. Says they're choosing their team, but I feel like they've probably picked it already. Alright, so going into the first battle, we're going to see Shadow Chandelure into a Purugly. Okay, okay, my whole team is just going to lose here. They're probably running Shadow Claw as the fast move. Hopefully we can make it to at least a Flame Charge here. You can see even the Incinerate damage is really chunking. The opponent is able to outpace me to the first charge move. I'm definitely going to shield and then just go straight for the Flame Charge. I think I'll wait for one turn just to make sure they don't make a catch here. And they don't, so we're going to go for that Flame Charge. And then I think they're going to be able to Shadow Claw farm me down, so I think I probably have to swap into my Mewtwo, but I think it's already game over, if I'm going to be honest. They're going to be able to outpace me to the next charge move as well, so you know what, we're just going to have to double shield. Hopefully we can Psycho Cut farm them down before they make it to the next move here. It's going to be close, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. They swapped into Zeb Striker. We're able to go for the back-to-back Psy Strikes here. Honestly, one Psy Strike should be enough to KO. Zeb Striker is not exactly bulky. The opponent is just going to fully sacrifice it, and yep, that's completely fair. We are going to see the opponent waiting out the switch clock here. I think I'm just going to go for the next charge move straight away. And they've got a Miltank in the back, so okay, there is no way Attack Form Deoxys is going to tank any charge move here. And this rollout as well is not going to get the KO, so they're going to get... Oh no, they're going to come out with a Body Slam loaded. So, okay. we're obviously going... yeah, there's nothing we can do here, unfortunately. I think we're obviously going to try and make the catch, but it's not going to work out for us. Okay, Chandelure, come on, don't go for the farm down. Ugh. Okay, yep, okay. It's game over, unfortunately. I'm assuming Body Slam's going to KO if they go for Thunderbolt or Ice Beam. That will also get the knockout, unfortunately. Attack Form Deoxys, straight in and straight out, as Jamie Finn would say. And unfortunately, we do lose that game. But GG's there. Very fun battle for the first battle. Unfortunately, I can't add you as a friend because my friends list is completely full. I don't even know why that button is there. Look, well, actually, I click on add friend, but I don't think it's going to go through. So, GG's anyways to that opponent. Okay, someone has added me through the friends list, which I said do not do. You're going to have to add me, or sorry, battle me through the... Guys, if you're on my friends list, please don't send me battles just because it's going to get really messy. So, I might actually just turn that off. How do we change the settings there? Actually, I can't remember how to do that. I think it's through here. Maybe advanced settings. I don't know. I can't remember. But guys, stop adding me. Stop sending battles through the friends list, please. Right. Anyways, we're going to go into the next one here. I'm going to leave the battle code up. So you can obviously send a battle through scanning the code, not through my friends list, please. Right, I don't know if this is... Obviously they've sent me a few. Right, this is getting really messy right now. I don't know what to do. I can't do anything. Right. Okay, well I'm just going to restart the app here. Also, thank you MGLJSP for the donation. This is obviously the first time I'm streaming, so I missed that, and I'm missing all the chat right now, so apologies for that. But yeah, GG's to Philly Willy Plays, who sent the battle. Please, Sancal, can you stop sending me battle requests? This is only going to work if you're on my friends list and you don't send me battle requests every 5 seconds. Right, so the battle screen is now up. Please scan this. Don't just send me a battle request through the friends list. Okay, so that should be someone. I'm gonna hope that they've sent that through the friends list. Alright, so if you could now just leave the stream here, and I'm going to once again spin the roulette wheel. So let's get that up. Okay, so the first Pokemon here is going to be a Shadow Haunter. Next Pokemon is going to be a Shadow Magmortar. So I've actually, I think I've only used that like once, and that was from a previous roulette wheel video. And the third Pokemon is going to be Shadow Excadrill. So I think this time I'm actually going to make the team before I remove everything, so that way it's easier for me to remember. So we've got Haunter, Shadow, Magmortar, and we have got Excadrill. Alright, so that's that sorted. Let's put that back down there. Alright. So we are going into the next battle here. Good luck to my opponent. Of course, they're not watching the video anymore. At least they shouldn't be, so they're not going to hear that. But anyways, we're leading Shadow Haunter into Shadow Cacturn. Okay, this is pretty bad for us, unless they're running Poison Jab. So I might actually just stay in initially. And, nope, that's definitely Sand Attack. Let's get the heck out of there. We're going to swap into Shadow Magmortar. Unfortunately, Sand Attack is super effective against my entire team. They're also running Shadow Mewtwo, so this is looking pretty bad already. Going to go straight for a Fire Punch, though. Of course, Fire Punch should be grabbing a shield. I probably should have gone for Sand... Oh my gosh, they just let that go through. That one-shots the Shadow Mewtwo. Right, they're going to come back in with the Cacturn, and we are able to make it to another Fire Punch just in time. That is very clutch for us. Of course, they should be grabbing a shield this time around. Fire Punch. Actually, nope, they're going to no shield there. And the opponent... Oh, no. They've got a Shadow Sharpedo in the back. This is just going to be game over, unfortunately. Unless I'm running Mud Slap on my extra drill, but I don't think I am. Nope, it's going to be Mud Shot. And, yeah, obviously no point in me throwing a charge move here. My only win condition is getting a fast move farm down, which seems very unlikely right now, but we're going to try for it anyways. And, unfortunately, not able to get there. So, Ripley the Random, why do I sound so different on stream? It's because, naturally, I think I've got a very boring voice. Sankalp, please just stop sending me battle requests. Settings general, okay. Let's try that. No thanks. Cool. Right, that's great. So yeah, the reason that I sound very different on stream versus in my videos is that this is what I used to sound like on videos, but obviously I've got a very monotonous voice. So it's just not very entertaining listening to me sound like this. So I've really had to try and adapt how I sound to have more of a sort of shoutcaster sound to my voice. So yeah, that's why I sound very different in my videos. But yeah, so that should be good now. We're going to go back to the battle screen. GG's to JCL there. Cool. Alright, so send away once again. We've got another battle request coming in from Elec06 Pokemon. Alright, so let's go to spin the wheel once again. Right. So we'll clear the list here. Going for team number 3 in today's live stream. We're going to have Pheromosa as the first pick. Honestly, they need to give Pheromosa a double kick because right now it absolutely sucks. Next Pokemon is going to be Haxorus here, which is probably going to be a lot easier to use than the Pheromosa. And the third pick is going to be Archon. So, cool. Let's try that out then. Pheromosa. Haxorus. Yeah, that's the right one. And Archon. Alright, so we're heading into the next battle here. Can I enlarge the code? Not really, just because this is my first stream and it's just going to make things very complicated. But we're leading into a Shadow Kyogre. I think I'm just going to stay in, and the bug bites are going to chunk a lot, but these waterfalls are going to take me out in 4 waterfalls. My gosh, Pheromosa is just... Wow, Pheromosa is bad. We're going to come in with the Haxorus. They're going to make it to a Surf. I'm just going to shield, of course. This is resisted damage, but I need to definitely... oh, okay, I can enlarge the code by tapping on it. Okay, thank you, Bletnir. We're going to go for the full counter farm down here. We're going to come out with at least a Breaking Swipe. Let's see what the opponent's going to come in with here. They are thinking about what to do, and they're going to come in with a Porygon 2. So I'm going to overfarm here, farming to the back-to-back Breaking Swipes, and I should be able to outpace them throwing the next Breaking Swipe before they can get off a Tri-Attack. Now this is a Porygon 2, so I should very easily win CMP here, but we're just going to throw straight away anyways, just to play it safe. We did debuff their attack actually, and the opponent's going to shield, so should I swap out and try and make a catch? I'm going to go for it. We're going to catch a resisted Tri-Attack, hopefully. And, yeah, let's see. Tri-Attack is resisted, and we don't get the... Okay, we do get the debuff, never mind. Can we get the farm down before they make it to the next charge move? Unfortunately not, and they did debuff my defense, so I'm actually going to no-shield. I should still be able to live this. JC, I've got a Rog, Asus Rog phone, and the opponent's got a Shadow or regular Gallade, I believe that was. So we're going straight for the Dragon Claw here, and hopefully they can farm me down pretty quickly because I do still have a shield remaining, and I think I might be able to just fully counter farm them down in all honesty. It is resisted. Actually, never mind, that's definitely not going to happen here. So the opponent can farm 2 back-to-back charge moves. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to shield just to make it close here, but yeah, unfortunately, they're at back-to-back Leaf Blades right now, so the second one is, of course, going to take out my Haxorus from this range, and unfortunately, yeah, not a lot we can do here. Leaf Blade will be coming through, taking out the Haxorus, and unfortunately, we do lose that game. But, of course, GG's to that opponent there. Obviously, not a great start, losing 3 battles in a row, but I do appreciate the spicy teams from the opponents here. Alright, so we are going to this. So apparently if I just click on this, okay, there we go. It is much bigger this time around. So thank you, Blepnir, I believe it was, that suggested that. Cool, so we're going to go against Grab Vet. I don't even know how to pronounce that name. Doesn't really matter. We are going to go back to the roulette wheel. And we're going to spin it once again. So let's see what the fourth team for this live stream is going to be. We are going to get Breloom as the first Pokemon. The next Pokemon is going to be Shadow Sneasler. So double fighting so far. And the third and final Pokemon is going to be a Shadow Salamence. So I'm probably going to try that in an ABB style team. So let's go Breloom, Sneasler, and Salamence. Oh, thank you to Draz the Spaz. I probably shouldn't have read that out loud, but they have also donated. So happy to see you streaming. You deserve way more subs. I am sure this will help to get you there. Keep killing it. Thank you a lot. And we are going to go into the next battle here. So good luck to this trainer who hopefully should not be watching the stream right now. So they're not going to know that. But Salamence into Articuno. You couldn't ask for a much worse lead than that. I'm actually going to swap into my Breloom, I think. Obviously, we're also going to take super effective damage here. Okay. This is very bad news. Oh, we live it! We live it! Okay, this is good. This is good. We're going to go for the Seed Bomb here. Seed Bomb is going to grab a shield from the opponent. They do, of course, have a charge reloaded. Is it really worth coming in with the Salamence here? I guess I have to, really. So we're going to come in with the Salamence, and unfortunately not quite able to farm them down before they do make it to a charge. Well, of course they're going to make it to a charge move anyways, but before the Incinerate ends, they will send a Solar Beam there just for the BM. I appreciate that. Unfortunately, Articuno can come in. The switch clock is nowhere near up yet, so if the opponent is smart, they're just going to be able to fully Ice Shard, farm me down, and this is going to be game over, unfortunately. It's funny because usually when I'm battling against my subscribers and I'm doing it off stream, I actually do pretty well, but so far we're having a very, very bad time right now, so yeah. Screw it, let's just go for the... Never mind, we didn't even get the close combat off. Yeah, unfortunately we get absolutely destroyed there. Not sure if they saw my team or if just coincidentally they happened to run the best possible team against me, but GG's. Right, anyways, into the next... That's not how it works. Into the next one here. Did I make content about a shiny Pokemon around my house? I don't think so. Oh, we're going up against Blepnir. Right, cool. Hopefully you have something very spicy. Let's put the roulette wheel back on stream. Or on screen, sorry. Alright, so we're going to clear the list here. What is going to be the pick for team number 5, I believe we're into? We're going to get Shadow Absol, which is always very difficult to use. Next Pokemon is going to be a Shadow Weavile, so hopefully no fighting types from the opponent. And into the third pick here, we're going to see a Shadow Alakazam. So I guess I'm going to have to run it as an ABB style team. So we go with the Alakazam in the lead. Absol as the safe swap, I guess, and Weavile as the closer. Okay, cool. Alright, so let's get into battle number 5, and then hopefully we can do a little bit better here. Alright, so Shadow Alakazam into a Corsola. Okay, this is actually pretty good, of course. Fire Punch is going to be resisted, so I'm definitely not going to throw that. They're going to swap into... Oh gosh. Okay, I probably should have swapped into the Absol, but I think we're going to be slightly faster to make it to Charge Boost here. I'm just going to shield. Obviously, a Hydro Cannon is going to one-shot us, so... and then I'm probably just going to go for the Avalanche straight away as well. There's not really any point me over-farming here. This just gives them the ability to make it to another charge move. And I'm going to be honest, whilst I'm streaming, I'm trying to pay attention to multiple different things. I have not been counting the energy from the opponent. I think what we might try and do here is, if we can get both shields from the opponent, maybe put them into a range where Absol can farm them down. So they're going to go for another Hydro Cannon there. I'm just going to throw straight away. I don't have a clue what the counts are at the moment. So going to go for the Avalanche once again. Hopefully the opponent actually does shield this. I would much prefer if they do shield. And the opponent is going to double shield here. So at this point, they're going to throw straight away. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to Psycho Cut farm them down either. So I think at this point, I'll probably have to just come back in with my Alakazam. I should be able to counter farm them down. Hopefully before they make it to a charge move here, it's going to be close. Come on! And we come out with a Shadow Ball loaded. So I think we're just going to blind throw it straight away. And it's going to be the Corsola coming back in. So going straight for the Shadow Ball. I'm going to hope that this KOs here. It actually might be slightly better if it doesn't quite knock them out. But Shadow Ball actually is nowhere near taking them out there. Oh my gosh, that thing is bulky as heck. And unfortunately, we're going to get outpaced to a charge move. So unfortunately, we are now going to see that. Yeah, we are now 0-5 so far. Not good. And yeah, GG's to Blepnir there. I mean, there's probably a way I could have won that game, but I couldn't find out the win condition there. Right, so what are we saying? Sorry guys, I've not been very good at looking at the chat whilst doing these battles. GG's there. We're suggesting no fun if you can't see the roulette wheel though as a viewer. You guys can see the roulette wheel though, can't you? I have put it up when it's when I'm doing the roulette wheel, right? Okay, cool. Alright, so into the next one here. Don't show opponent your team. Yeah, well, in the rules, if you read them, once you do get into the battle... Okay, so we got Windows 7 Aero, which, by the way, for those of you that haven't been watching the channel for a while, won the first 2 ever Battle of Spice competitions, so I'm expecting some pretty crazy stuff from this trainer. So... Right, so obviously Windows 7 Aero, if you could just politely pause the stream right now. And then we're going back into the roulette wheel here. Wait, I haven't got it on screen yet, my bad. There we go. Alright, so the next team here is going to be a Galarian Darmanitan as the lead Pokemon. Hopefully they're running Yanma, as that was their famous triple sweep in their first ever Battle of Spice win. Regieleki, so we are very good up against flying types. And the third Pokemon is going to be Alolan Dugtrio. So, right, pretty bad if we see a fighting type once again, but that's just how it goes. Alright, so Galarian Darmanitan, Regieleki. Oh, spelled that wrong. And Dugtrio. Right. Alright, so here we go. Oh yeah, no problem about the hard counter. Honestly, you could pick anything and it'd probably be a hard counter to my team. Like this opponent has done here with a Magby in the lead. Okay, we're double weak to it, so I'm going to swap into Regieleki. Hopefully they swap out into... Okay, I think we've just lost. They're coming in with a Bellsprout. My god. They're going to be able to outpace me. Is it worth shielding and grabbing a shield back from the opponent? You know what, we're going to do it anyways. We're obviously going to go for the Zap Cannon, because unlike Registeel, where this of course would be a pretty awkward bait, Zap Cannon should still get the KO here. So Zap Cannon coming through is going to take out the Bellsprout there. But yeah, honestly, getting switch advantage probably doesn't help me that much, so I don't really know how I did that, but... The opponent's going to come in with an Eevee. Okay, this is not good for us. And I think they're going to be able to fully quick attack farm me down before we even make it to a charge move. My god. Right, well, this is game over. Obviously, Eevee can run Body Slam and Dig, so I think we're coming with the Darmanitan here, and then we're going to swap, try and catch the Body Slam onto our Dog Trio, but this is certainly game over here. We're not even going to tank this particularly well here, as the opponent does go for the Body Slam. It's resisted. It still does like 30% of our health. They can come in with the Magby, and we should be able to make it to a Mud Bomb here, which is good. We're going to grab a shield, but the opponent is going to be able to go for a full farm down. And on top of that, they're going to come out with 2 Fire Punches loaded or thereabouts. So yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to win this game again. So yeah, I mean, I appreciate the insane spice from my opponent. I'm going to shield here just because, you know, I'll try and make this as long as I possibly can. They're going to go for a break, of course, debuffing my defense. I'm able to make it to another charge move. I think this time should be the Fire Punch here, or maybe a Flamethrower. They're going to go for another break, which we do just barely hang on to. Maybe if I no shielded the first move, actually doesn't really matter. GG's once again there. We are so far 0-6 or 0-7 for battles, but it is what it is. Alright. So, heading into the next one here. We are going to see Zelastar. Okay. Right, so going back to the roulette wheel. Just clear that. Alright, hopefully we can get at least one win, otherwise this will be quite an embarrassing first stream. We've got Shadow Lipard, which I am quite ashamed to say does have charm on it. But otherwise it's just useless. The next Pokemon is going to be Unova Shadow Darmanitan, which I do really enjoy using, and the third pick for this team is going to be Shadow Kadabra. So a lot of fast move pressure here. Hopefully this time we can just sort of fast move beat down my opponent. So let's see, Darmanitan and Kadabra. Yeah, we're also running Confusion on Kadabra. Right, so let's clear that. Go back here. Oh, I seem to have lost the... Have I done that? Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Okay, but into the next battle here, we are going to see... Shadow Lipard into a Decidueye. Okay, this is actually really good for us because, of course, I mean, we are a Dark type, but they're probably running like Psycho Cut or Magical Leaf, and we are dealing big damage here with the charms. The opponent's going to swap into a Vanillux. Very spicy, but we should be able to Incinerate, farm them down before they make it to a charge move. It's going to be close, but we are able to get that full farm down. They're probably not going to be able to come in with Decidueye either, so... Oh wow, they are running a double Ice Cream backline. That is really cool. Unfortunately for them, they are triple weak to fire though, so yeah, finally we will get a win here, which is very nice. Going for the rock side, or at least we should get a win. If we don't get a win at this point, then I'm honestly just so bad at this game. But anyways, going for rock side, number 2, grabbing that final shield. I think the opponent will go and commit to a full Astonish farm down. They are just barely able to get it there. Yeah. I think at this point I'm going to come in with my Lipard here. If they make it to a charge move, I'm just going to no shield, and then you're going to see insane confusion damage from the Shadow Kadabra. So Icy Wind actually is not quite going to take us out there. I'm actually going to stop attacking just so you can appreciate just how much damage is going to come from this Shadow Kadabra. One Confusion is going to do huge damage there. The second Confusion takes out the Decidueye, and I do finally get a win. But GG's to that opponent. That was honestly such a cool team. Yeah, I think that was definitely my favourite team so far with the double ice cream. Not just because I won, but because it was just a really cool theme. Alright, so into the next one here. Bring the wheel back up, and we are going to spin it for the first time here. The first Pokemon on this team is going to be a Archeops. That looks like it's very much on the border of two of them there, but... says Archeops apparently. Next Pokemon is going to be Shadow Magneton. And the third Pokemon for this team is going to be Shadow Haunchcrow. Right, so Archeops I'm going to go Magneton in the lead. That makes the most sense. Haunch Crow and Archeops. I think I'll go Archeops as a safe swap. Alright. Alright, so good luck to this trainer. Obviously, they shouldn't be in the chat anymore, at least they shouldn't be watching. But, anyways, we're going to see Magneton into a Shadow Latios. So this, I mean, it's fairly neutral, I suppose. We're going to win CMP, so I don't know if it's better for me to just overfarm, assume the opponent throws straight away. I think we'll go for that instead, but no, the opponent is not going to throw straight away. They do overfarm here, which is the correct play. I'm not certain I will actually be able to go and make it to 2 Magnet Bombs here, which will be quite embarrassing, but we're going to try for it anyways. I think I might just barely get there. It's going to be very close. We might just go down to the Dragon Breath at the last second, but the first Magnet Bomb coming through is going to grab a shield from the opponent. Can we get there in time? Yes, we are barely able to do so. I think at this point, hopefully they do shield here, because they're... okay, no, they're going to no shield. Makes sense. And they have a barrel in the back, so we're going to come in with the Shadow Haunchko, and once again, I don't know if we're going to be able to withstand the water gun damage that comfortably. We're going to go for the Dark Pulse straight away here, just because, of course, Brave Bird's going to debuff our defense by 3 stages. We definitely don't want that, and even a Dark Pulse is going to do a ton of damage. It doesn't quite get the KO, though, and they make it to a charge move. Do I put my faith into my Archeops? I think I'm going to here, so that's really unfortunate, but Surf will be getting the KO. We can come in with the Archeops, and they are running double water. They're running Charmbrion of all things, and unfortunately we've got a moveset where my charge moves are completely walled. We're going to throw the crunch anyways, make them panic a little bit, hopefully. But yeah, unfortunately Charmbrion was just never going to be good up against my 2 flyers in the back anyways. We go for the crunch, we don't get the debuff. I could have possibly got off a Dragon Claw there, but yeah, not ideal. But GG's to that opponent there. Alright, so the next one here. Remember, if you have already battled me, then obviously don't scan the screen. Alright. Cool. And apologies for not being able to respond to the chat much. This is the first time I'm doing it. I didn't expect to have 137 people watching at the same time on my first stream, so yeah, I'm definitely not able to catch up. I don't know how Homeslice Henry, who'll have 500 people in chat, and he'll somehow be able to respond to every comment. But anyways, we're going to spin the wheel here. And the first pick is going to be Shadow Sharpedo, so pretty straightforward Shadow Pokemon to use. Oh, Shadow Crawdon, okay, it's going to be an ABB style team most likely here. Hopefully we have something that can at least cover some of the weaknesses. And we've got Shadow Manectric, so not too bad there, don't mind that. I don't know if I'm running Waterfall or Snarl on my Crawdon though, so let's see. Manectric. Crawdon. Okay, we're running Snarl and then Sharpedo. Alright, so we're going to go into the next battle here. Good luck to this opponent, of course. We're going to lead Shadow Manectric into a Celebi. Okay, a Core Breaker to the team, and unfortunately we're not running... Actually, I suppose I could swap out into my Crawdon here, but they're probably running... Okay, they're running Confusion. That is much better for us, of course. And I'm just going to go for the Night Slash straight away. No messing around here. Just get off the charge move whilst we can and grab a shield. Going to grab that shield there. The opponent's going to swap into a Zygarde. Okay. Obviously, this is going to be nowhere near as bulky as the complete form. We're going straight for... I don't know if I'm running Scald or Crabhammer. I've actually got no clue here. It is a Scald. Scald going to do big damage, actually. Come on, can we get the farm down? Ah, just barely not able to. At this point, do I just sacrifice my Manectric? They're only going to make it to a crunch, actually, so... You know what, we're going to come in with the Manectric here, and we're actually able to get a triple resisted Thunderfang farm down. So let's see, obviously the switch lock is not quite up yet, so I'm going to have to wait until they come back in. We're now able to swap into our Sharpedo. I'm definitely going to shield this. Jolly Opossum, how do I scan? You're going to need to watch this stream on a second device to your phone, because obviously... Oh, we're running Bite on Sharpedo, I didn't realise that. Okay, able to get the full Bite farm down there, and the opponent's got a Wheezing in the back, so of course I think, oh, they're running Infestation, so we're just going to go straight for a Poison Fang here. Of course it is resisted damage, and then this is going to be no shielded actually by the opponent. I guess they realise it is going to be game over, and I'm able to Bite, farm down the Wheezing there, and I'm able to take that game. So GG's to that opponent there. Alright, so yeah, in order to scan, you're going to have to watch the stream on a different device, and then of course, when I have this little QR code here, you then scan that on the stream. But obviously it's going to be like first come, first serve essentially, but we're going to go into the next one here. Get the roulette wheel back on the screen. Clear the list. Alright, so the first Pokemon is going to be Shadow Gengar. The next Pokemon is going to be a Shadow Pinsir. And then the third Pokemon for this team is going to be a Shadow Banette. So again, another ABB style team. Will have Pinsir in the lead this time around. I don't think we're running any unusual moves on these Pokemon this time. Obviously I think having Bite was a bit of an odd one on the Sharpedo. I guess we'll have Banette as a safe swap because Gengar is running triple Shadow moveset. Banette. Alright. So here we go here. Why did I say here twice? I don't know. That's weird. Oh well, we've got 150 people in the live stream right now. That is pretty crazy. We're going to lead into Houndstone. Obviously this is bad. They're going to resist everything on my Pinsir, and I can't really swap out because Lick's also going to do a lot of damage. So I'm actually going to stay in, throw an X-Scissor, and then hopefully either chip them enough where I can Shadow Claw farm them down, or just grab a shield. But if I swap out, that's also awkward because they can just... Okay, that's fine. I'll take the chip damage there. We're now going to swap into Shadow Banette. Of course, Psychic Fangs is going to drop my defense, but... my defense was already non-existent, so it doesn't really make a difference here. They're going to go for the Psychic Fangs there, and they're probably going to swap out, and they swap into a Quaquaval. That is not ideal. I'm only going to make it to one charge move, so I'm just going to full send the Dazzling Gleam. I don't think I was going to quite make it to a second move there, which is why, of course, I'm not going for the Shadow Ball. Dazzling Gleam is going to grab a shield from the opponent. They can now go for a full Wing Attack farm down, which is not ideal, of course. I think at this point I'm just going to sacrifice my Pinsir. They should be able to make it to back-to-back charge moves either way. So we're going to come in with the Pinsir, and the opponent, I'm hoping to just force them to throw, and they do overfarm slightly, which is quite a good play there, obviously knowing that my Pinsir doesn't quite have a charge move loaded. So we're obviously just going to let that go through. Going to come in with the Shadow Gengar. They're going to make it to another charge move for sure. And they're going to throw right at the last second, so definitely just going to shield this, and then hopefully Gengar can just completely wall whatever's in the back. Of course, they do still have the Houndstone. They're going to go for a triple resisted close combat. Oh man, I wish I no shielded that. And they're going to have a Togedemaru in the back, so I'm just going to overfarm here. Okay, I feel like the opponent is going to try and make a catch now, so I'm actually not going to throw the next charge move immediately. Instead, I'm just going to continue to oh wait, yeah. Damn it. I thought they were going to make a catch, but they didn't, so that sucks. But Gyro Ball is going to be taking out the Gengar, and unfortunately we do lose that game. But GG's to that opponent there. I wonder if that means they weren't running Wild Charge. Let me know in the chat. Alright, so we've only got a few more teams left on the roulette wheel. Alright, so let's see what the next team is going to be. clear the list again. So we've only got 4 more teams right now. So first Pokemon is going to be Shadow Electivire. Next Pokemon is going to be a Kartana, which is pretty straightforward to use, just going to be pure Razor Leaf damage. And the next Pokemon is going to be Shadow Magnemite. So I think I'm just going to run it in that exact order there, actually. So let's get that team sorted out. Electivire.
I missed something.
Oh.
Can you say it again?
Alexa, stop. I didn't say anything to you, weirdo. Magnemite. Alright. Alright, so going into the next battle here. Electivire into Ursaring. So it depends if they're running counter or Shadow Claw here, I guess. And the opponent is running counter, I do believe that is. I think I'm going to overfarm here. I'm going to throw on the CMP tie with possibly a close combat. So I'm definitely just going to shield that up here. I expect the opponent to shield because honestly an Ice Punch is going to do a ton of damage anyways. I definitely have to shield this. It's quite likely that they're going to swap out. So let's see. The opponent is going to go for the close combat there. And they are going to actually just stay in with their Ursaring. So we're just going to go straight for the second Ice Punch here. Because they've dropped their defense, of course, this should be enough damage to get the KO, but they are going to let it go through. That's very good news for me. And let's see what the opponent's going to have in the back. They are going to come in with Chime Echo, so I'm going to swap into my Shadow Magnemite here. And I am not going to see the opponent catch my charge move. They are running Charm Latias. So we're going to farm 2 back-to-back Magnet Bombs. And honestly, Shadow Magnemite hits way harder than Magnezone. And a little bit harder than Magneton as well. So going for the back-to-back. The first one is going to grab the shield here. Does a Magnet Bomb get the one-shot up against Latios? We're about to find out. I guess it's not quite the one-shot as we have got them fairly low already. But Magnet Bomb is going to take out the Latias. And they're going to come back in with the extrasensory Chime Echo. Unfortunately, they will get a huge farm down there. But I think that's fine. We can just come in with the Kartana. I'm not even going to wait out the switch clock. I'm hoping they're not going to make it to 2 Shadow Balls here. So let's see. The opponent is going to go for the Shadow Ball. And it's going to be at least 2 extrasensories to make it to the next Shadow Ball, I believe. Yeah, it could, actually maybe not. Let's see. Is this going to be another Shadow Ball? Nope, it's just a Side Shock, so we can just go for the Razor Leaf farm down, and I am able to take that game. Well, GG's to that opponent there. Right. Yeah, I definitely think Chime Echo needs a fast move update, otherwise it's just going to remain pretty useless. But I think, yeah, with a slightly better fast move, it could be pretty decent. Oh wow, thank you Colin L for the pretty significant donation. Really appreciate that. Congrats on 30k and great job on your first stream. Alright, let's go to the roulette wheel. And sorry if I have missed any donations. I don't really know how to view that. Obviously I can see it right now, but I can't see the previous ones. So really, I am sorry if I did miss a donation because I do really appreciate that. But we are going to... Okay, we've got the thing on screen now. Clear this. Alright, we've only got 3 teams left. So the first Pokemon is going to be Shadow Ghastly. The next Pokemon is going to be a Shadow Hitmonlee. And the third Pokemon for the third last team is going to be Mienshao. So, okay, this might be the worst team so far. Right, let's see. Hitmonlee. And Mienshao. Oh. I think Mienshao has Brick Break, but I'm not running it, so that is unfortunate. But, anyways, let's just get into the battle. Oh yeah, don't forget to hit the like. I have no idea how many likes we're at right now. This is my first time streaming. I can see we've got 160 viewers, so... oh god. Well, I suppose we're going to resist the tri-attacks, but I'm going to say swap into my Mean Shao here. They're definitely going to outpace me to the first charge move, but of course, I'm just going to shield this up here. Hopefully no debuff with the tri-attack, and tri-attack is not going to get a debuff, so that is good news for me. I am now going to wait till they swap into a Lux Ray, so I'm just going to overfarm here. Going to go for the Grass Knot as it is slightly cheaper than the Stone Edge. Hopefully we can make it to a second Grass Knot in time. I'm not sure if they got 4 sparks in there, or okay, never mind, doesn't matter, as we're going to one-shot them with the Grass Knot. Alright, did not expect that. The opponent is now waiting at a switch clock. They're going to come back in with the Porygon Z, and we are able to make it to another Grass Knot just about in time, which is very good news. I'd probably prefer if they shield this one here. But the opponent is... okay, they do shield. It looks like a CMP tie as well, so very good news for us. At this point, we can definitely just come in with... you know what? I'm actually tempted to come in with the Ghastly. Should we do that? Alright, yeah, let's just try it anyways. We're going to come in with the Shadow Ghastly, of course, not doing much damage here. Can we get the Lick Farm down? Yes, we actually can. Okay, what is their third pick? It's going to be a Malamar. So, of course, Psycho Cut's going to hit for a lot of damage. I'm going to swap now. I'm assuming I've just caught a foul play. So I'm going to no shield here. It is the foul play. Okay, I think we should have this game wrapped up right now. We're going to go for 3... double kicks, go for a Blaze Kick here. I'm assuming the opponent is going to shield at this point. So, Blaze Kick is going to come through, grab the final shield, and they can go for a pretty significant farm down, but I'm pretty certain an Ominous Wind should get the KO at this point, right? Obviously, Ominous Wind, not a very good charge move, but Shadow Ghastly has an insane attack stat, so let's see, does it get the knockout? It absolutely does. We're able to take out the Malamar, and I'm able to take that game. So GG's to that opponent there. Yeah, if you can't get a battle, it's just because obviously there's like nearly 170 people in the chat right now, which means that there's going to be at least, you know, a decent amount of people all scanning the battle code at the exact same time. So obviously only one person can actually get that battle through. So everyone else that doesn't get it is unfortunately just going to receive an error. So it does mean that obviously a lot of people are not going to be able to battle me that want to battle me, but I think this is the fairest system that I can do. But yeah, we are now into the penultimate battle of this video. So we'll bring up the roulette wheel here. Once again, clear that. Okay, so the first pick on the penultimate team is going to be Zoroark. The next pick is going to be a Shadow Duosion, which I made just for this stream, by the way. I'm not going to tell you which hidden power it's running, just so that's a nice surprise. And then the third pick is going to be Shadow Cacturn. So I think I'm going to have to run this as an ABB style team with Duosion in the lead. Yeah, this also looks like a pretty rough team, but then I said the same for the last team, and actually that was a really good battle. So let's see. Cacturn. What are we running? We're running Sand Attack on our Shadow Cacturn. Alright. So we pretty much know what the next team's going to be, but obviously for the sake of completion, I will spin the wheel for the final team as well. Oh yeah, we might as well play a game of Guess the Hidden Power. So someone's saying, I don't even know what Duosion is. It's just a blob, really. That's basically the only way to describe it. Really, Duosion into Archon. Okay. Bear in mind, this is Hidden Power. It's not a very fast move, but look at that damage up against the Archon. Can anyone guess what it is? I think at this point, I'm just going to... Nope. Okay, it's definitely not ground. Archon is a flying type. And they do get a debuff for the crunch, which is unfortunate, but I think we are one away from a Psyshock, so... Oh my gosh, they come in with another flying type. Come on, can we get to the Thunder in time? Yes, we can. Please, opponent. It's just a Nightshade. You can double resist it. You don't need to shield. Thunder! Okay, this is bad now. It was going so well, but unfortunately we've got a Cacturn in the back. I'm going to hope that they're running Aerial Ace and they're not going to full send a Brave Bird here. But it's a fly and that one-shots me. Okay, we're going to lose unfortunately. But yes, the correct answer was it is Hidden Power Electric. But yeah, unfortunately, this is not looking too good for us right now. I think I'm going to go for the Trailblaze. Oh, they catch onto a Psychic type. No. Oh yeah, okay, it's going to be Galarian Ponyta. So we actually have a chance here if we can somehow get a huge farm down. 3, 4... This thing doesn't have Body Slam. Okay, we get the farm down, but I think we're still way too low here. They can just wing attack farm me down. So we might as well just throw the Dynamic Punch anyways here. Because there's not a lot we can do, unfortunately. Hopefully the opponent does just let this go through. No, they're going to shield. And yeah, unfortunately, Duosion way too low. Even if they throw a Charge Move there, we're at 1 HP, so that would have taken us out. But GG's to the opponent there. Now we're going to go into the final battle of this stream. I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. Obviously, I know there's a lot of people that have probably wanted to battle, but have been unfortunate not to be able to scan the code in time. But I don't think there's any fairer way for me to do this. And so here we're going to go into the final team. Obviously, we already know what the team is going to be. But just for the sake of it, we're going to spin the wheel anyway and see what the team is going to look like. So the first pick is going to be Shadow Rampardos. The next pick is going to be Shadow Blaziken. And then, of course, that leaves only one Pokemon left. The most recently added Pokemon to Pokemon Go, Wugtrio. Alright, so, let's see. Rampardos. Blaziken. And Wugtrio. Alright. So heading into the final battle, good luck to this trainer. It was a pretty interesting name. So Rampardos into Machamp. This is pretty rough so far. I think I'm going to swap into my Blaziken just because we can dish out pretty much the same... Oh my gosh, I'm missing the swap. That is very bad right now. We're going to swap into the Shadow Blaziken and look at the counter damage. We have got them into the yellow health range already. The opponent's going to have to swap out here, otherwise we can just counter farm them down. They're going to go for a cross chop, and the opponent is going to stay in with the Machamp here, and we are not quite able to get the farm down, but they come in with a Fire Fang Marwile. So we're going to go, of course, for this Fire Punch, Blaze Kick, and Blaze Kick did actually get a buff fairly recently, so this is going to do a lot of damage, probably would one-shot them. Can we make it to another move? Unfortunately not. What do we come in with here? I think... Should I sacrifice the Rampardos? I think I'm going to come in with my Wugtrio. If they throw straight away, it's probably going to be a Power-Up Punch, but I don't know, there's been quite a lot of farming here. So I'm just going to shield, of course. I do normally count, but I'm not really paying too much attention. It is just a Power-Up Punch, unfortunately. Hopefully they don't make it to a second Power-Up Punch before we get the farm down, and we can get the farm down. They've got a Machamp, it is very low in health, and they're going to come in with a Probopass. So we just got to make sure they don't make the catch here. We're just full sending the dig. Honestly, I probably should just go for a Surf, but whatever. We're going for the dig. Dig is going to be shielded, unfortunately. I'm going to swap into my Rampardos. Yeah. Oh, we get the KO there. The opponent is going to be forced to throw a Charge Move up against us now. But can we actually make it to another Charge Move? Of course, they're running Spark as the fast move, so hitting full super effective damage. I definitely feel like I should have just gone straight for a Surf. But can we make it to another Charge Move? It's going to be very close, but Wugtrio cannot get there in time. I think definitely if I just went for the Surf there, I could have made it to a second Surf. But unfortunately, I played that really poorly, but GG's to that final opponent. So thank you to everyone that has joined the stream. I don't really know how to end the stream properly, so I guess if people want to ask me anything, they can do for about 1 or 2 minutes at most, and then I think I will just call it a day. can you show us the Great League inventory? Yeah, I suppose so. So, okay, these are the ones that I did for the XL roulette wheel. So if I just sort by CP, we'll just do CP minus 1500 and at 3 move. Okay, so I've apparently got like 600 Pokemon built. Some of them are pretty spicy, some of them are actually like quite meta. But yeah, I'm just going to scroll through it. You can obviously pause the video when you want to, but these are all the Pokemon that I have built. For example, that Medicham, I've only ever used it for Team Rocket battles, and then also one win up against an Ultra League team. But yeah, you can see I have quite a lot of Pokemon built, quite a lot of very random Pokemon built as well. There are a few duplicates. Obviously it's less easy to see this when they're not sorted by number. Then obviously the further we go down, I mean we're still at 1490, so there's a lot more than this. But the further we go down, you'll start to see some of the weird XL Pokemon that I have built, and then there are a few other Pokemon that are just really bad CP as well. So these are most of the XL Pokemon, and then I think eventually we'll get down to the point where these Pokemon, like this for example, can Mega Evolve to the Great League CP, and I used to do this for like Team Rocket challenges. Same with like the Abomasnow, the Charizards. I have a lot of random double move Scythers, and yeah, a lot more like Pokemon that do Mega Evolve here. And I think this would be a pretty interesting concept to have like Mega Pokemon in the Great League. Obviously a lot of them won't necessarily be that useful, but I think it'd still be pretty cool just to have that kind of thing. But yeah, that's basically it. And then I've just got a bunch of baby Pokemon from when I used to do Team Rocket challenges, and then after that, that's just obviously going to be Little Cup Pokemon. I think that's going to be it for this video, so don't forget to leave a like if you haven't done so already, and I will see you